Hi everyone. This week for skills, we are going to be working on using all of the spelling patterns we have learned to help us do some fun and creative writing. Next week we'll learn a new skill to help wrap up the year, but for now I just want us to have some writing fun. So hopefully you guys saw your amazing work for National Lost Sock Day. But at the end, Sally Solo Sock, reporter from Denver Channel 7 News, put a question out there. Do you guys remember what it was? Oh, hi, there's Sally Sock. Sally, what was the question you had asked everyone to think about for the part 2 of your expose? Where do all the socks go? That is a very good question, and I'm wondering what you think. Where do all the missing socks go? So, we are going to do some writing today to describe where you think they might go. But to do this kind of writing, I do want us to follow some very important steps, okay? So back here, I have made my success criteria. Success criteria is to help you know that you're nailing the assignment. And this is an important kind of writing because you're sharing your thinking. And it follows the same format as informational writing that we had been working on with birds. So first, you need to plan what you want to write and say. So you have to think, where do all the socks go? And then when you have your idea, you need to plan it, right? What are the reasons you think this? You could do a list. You could do a picture plan. You could even do a web. And I'll show you in a second what that looks like, okay? Next, you need to have a focus statement. Get the reader ready to know what you're going to write about. What's your topic? What are you going to tell them? In this case, it's where you think all the socks have gone, right? But then you can't just say that. You have to tell them why, right? Remember, Sally is an investigative journalist, and she needs hard answers and evidence of why you think this. That's right, kids, I do. If I'm going to follow your lead, I need to know what you're thinking. You need to have at least 3 reasons or details to support your idea, right? And then a conclusion sentence to wrap up all of your writing and your ideas so the reader starts to know that you are finishing and that your thoughts are done. And as always, we want to focus on nice handwriting, capitals and punctuation, and of course, all the spelling patterns we have been learning. So that was a lot of information. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, writers, so I've got my paper. If you're doing this on Seesaw, that's fine. You can write on the notepad, but I really would prefer you to actually use a pencil and paper to write this so that we can work on handwriting and not losing the skill of writing, right? Okay, so the question is, where do all the socks go, right? So I've got it up here to help me stay focused. The kind of plan I'm going to do today is a web because it's one that's quick, it's easy, and it's also one we haven't done before in class. So I want to show you what that looks like. Okay, so in the middle is my big cloud, right? That's what I think it looks like anyway. And what we're writing about are socks, right? And I'm just going to keep it simple. Socks, right? Where do they go? Okay, so I have my idea. I think for sure the washing machine is eating them. I have a crazy washing machine, and I'm positive that if I were to take it apart, I would find thousands and thousands of socks. Okay, so I'm going to put here in the washing machine. Right? Where do the socks go? Washing machine. That's going to support my topic sentence because this is what I'm going to explain. But I just can't say, oh, they're in the washing machine. I have to tell why I think that. And remember, on our success criteria, I need to give 3 reasons why I think that. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line out, and my first reason is going to go over here. Number 1, I think that because I have all my socks when I put them in the washing machine, right? So I'm going to write that, okay? I have all my socks when I start laundry. Now I have to think about number 2. Okay, I wrote my second idea down. And I said, what else would the washing machine eat? He's probably hungry, so I bet socks are really tasty. Okay, now I have to think of a 3rd reason. Okay, there's my 3rd reason. I'm thinking that in my machine, there's a crack between the door and the machine where something could get stuck, and maybe they're literally just getting sucked into the machine. Okay, so now I have my 3 reasons. I have to go back to my success criteria because now I've planned. I've written down my ideas, just quick jots, right? I didn't write big, long sentences. And now what comes next is the focus statement, right? So my focus statement is getting my reader ready to know what I'm going to talk about. And for me, it's that the washing machine is eating my socks. I drew an eyeball down on my paper to remind us that we're focusing on the topic sentence, right? I'm going to write it in green because green means go, and I'm going to start with my focus sentence, okay? I've written my topic sentence. Here's what it says. I am almost certain that all the missing socks get eaten by the washing machine. I wrote it in all caps so that my reader knows I'm very serious about this. Okay, well now I need to explain why, right? So I'm going to give 3 details. I'll be right back. Okay, I have my first detail sentence written. I think this because when I start my laundry, I have all my socks. When I'm folding it, many have mysteriously vanished. Dun, dun, dun. Guess what? That's only one reason. Notice in blue here, I had a beginning of a sentence that's showing I'm explaining my thinking. Now I need to do 2 other reasons. I'll be right back. So now I have my 2 other examples to explain why I think the washing machine, is eating all of the socks. All right, so I had my first, I think this because blah, 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 blah. Now I've used the word also. That tells the reader that I have more to say. Also, what else do washing machines eat? I mean, they must be hungry. Ooh, I should add in there, perhaps they think socks taste yummy. Last, this gets the reader ready to know this is my last example, my last reason why I think this. Last, I'm thinking they get sucked into the machine where there's a gap between the door and the opening. Okay, now, writers, notice I made lots of mistakes when I was writing. Totally happens. I was using spelling patterns that actually don't work in these words. Crazy. So I fixed it. Totally do that. Mistakes are awesome. Okay, now if I go back to my success criteria, I have to remind myself I have my focus statement. I have my 1, 2, and 3 details to explain my focus statement, right? Now I need my conclusion sentence. What's going to wrap it up and tell the reader that I'm done? I'm going to do this one in red because I know red means stop, just like green meant go. Okay, to wrap it up, I'm going to basically repeat what I said in the focus statement. That's a little trick that writers use to make it have a nice flow. All right, let's see what I said. This is why I'm almost certain, look at those words, I'm almost certain, that all missing socks, oh look, it's the same up here, are eaten by the washing machine. Eaten by the washing machine. See how it repeats itself and makes it sound nice and wrapped up. So now it's your turn to tell me where you think the missing socks go. And send in your writing so we can share it with Sally Solo Sock for her next expose. Sound good? Oh, it sounds amazing! I can't wait to see what you write. Oh, thanks, Sally. They're pretty great writers. Happy writing.